Alright, good afternoon everyone. So this is part 2 to the video I started yesterday, giving my thoughts about the state of the game and what's going on. I apologize for that yesterday. The game shut off and I ended up having to go to work. So what I was saying yesterday about the loot drops being just too ridiculous, and I still hold to that. Because again, everyone is just easily min-maxed. It's taken the excitement out of the game about finding a really great piece of gear, and especially in the dark zone, the stress and the anxiety of trying to get it out without getting ganked and getting killed. You're going to find another piece any minute now. So if you find something great, so what? Now, 1.8 is coming, and a lot of people are very excited about it, and I'm excited about it too. And I should preface this because someone made a comment about, oh, if you don't like this game, you just don't play it. I love this game. Obviously, I love this game, and we all do. If you're watching this video, I guarantee you love this game too, because we're still playing it almost 2 years later. But 1.8, I have some concerns. I really do. The first thing I don't like, and this is what I was saying yesterday, I don't like about Last Stand, is I don't like gear normalization. I think that defeats the purpose of the game. The whole point of this game is to grind and work and figure out how to have a devastating build, a great build, to min-max your build. When you go into PvP, everyone gets put on an equal playing ground, so really, what was the point in grinding for gear? You can find the crappiest gear possible, and you know that it's going to get min-maxed. Now, sure, some stats are better than others, but assuming you pick the right stats, your gear is going to be optimized to maximum levels in PvP, whether it was in the game or not. So really, what was the point in grinding for a great piece of gear? Now, a lot of people argue, well, that's good because it eliminates the need for gear and it just makes it all about your gameplay and how you play. And I get that. I mean, that makes sense too. But the thing is, the reason I love the Dark Zone so much is that I'm able to make really good builds that are effective and can take players down. And truthfully, I've earned the knowledge that I have about this game and about how things work that other players haven't, and I should benefit from that. I should be able to destroy them, to walk all over them, given that my build is better than theirs. But Massive takes that away for PvP, and that's exactly what they're going to do with the new 4-on-4 arena. The other thing I'm concerned with the 4-on-4 arena, and obviously I haven't seen it yet, but they're saying it's a small area and that you can get back to any engagement within 10 seconds at most. Well, that kind of feels Call of Duty-ish. I mean, if you're just dying and respawning and dying and respawning and right back in the engagement, there's no tactics, there's no room for positioning, maneuvering, setting up traps. It's basically just going to be a face tank free-for-all. And since gear is normalized, everyone's going to have the same level of gear. It really strips the game away from what it was supposed to be, which is a tactical shooter and a loot grinder, to Call of Duty. At least that's how I see it, and I'm not terribly excited about that, to be honest. The Dark Zone, Rogue 2.0. Why do I hate this? I'll tell you why I hate this idea. Because, again, it takes away the surprise and the fear element of being in the Dark Zone and not knowing that at any moment you could get killed. Not just by NPCs, but by other players. Or be surprised and get help by somebody. I mean, I do that quite often. I'll kill people out of the blue randomly all the time. But quite often, I'll go and help somebody finish an area, especially if they're playing solo, or I'll pick them up if they're down. I'll pick up random players. And sometimes it's worked against me. Sometimes I pick them up, help them out, and they end up killing me. That's happened to everybody. That's part of the fun. That's part of the game. Part of the unknown, right, is the human element. But Rogue 2.0 takes all that away, because you're going to know when someone goes rogue now in advance, even if you don't see them, which to me is just idiotic. It takes away the fear and excitement and surprise element, and just makes it a safe place to be. It's just a safe place to be. And here's the other problem. Yes, you get reward caches for going rogue or going manhunt and getting to level 5. That's great. That's all well and good. And then you have to find some terminal to eliminate your rogue status to get those caches. Yes, there's rewards. But the thing is, the rewards are no better than if you kill somebody on Manhunt. And if you kill somebody on Manhunt, you risk nothing. You're still getting rewarded with 0 risk. So really, what is the motivation to go rogue, to go Manhunt? Other than you just enjoy destroying players, which I get, but I'm surprised they haven't normalized the Dark Zone now too, quite honestly. Let's just make it a free-for-all. Everyone's on the same level. Don't worry about grinding for gear. And gear is really, it's just gone out the window. I'm going to say this, and a lot of people might not agree with me, but I miss 1.3. Yes, I said it. I miss 1.3. I miss how hard the game was. I miss how tough the NPCs were. I miss that I lost experience and currency and keys and gear when a rogue decided to kill me or another player decided to kill me. I miss all that because that was the excitement. That was the fun. I miss the fact that it was hard to find a green or a gold item. I miss that. I remember seeing my first gold item and thinking, oh my God, I have to get this thing out of here. So exciting. Well, now, I was playing last night and literally it looked like a bag of Skittles that exploded on my screen. There was just gold and green drops everywhere. And most of it's trash, yes. But with normalization, it can all be good. Which kind of defeats the purpose of looking for it at all. But I miss that. I miss that excitement. I'm able to run through NPCs easily with this build right now. I'm doing around 500,000 DPS with my Navy MP5. I have 325,000 toughness and 126,000 skill power, so low skill power. But regardless, it works great. I can wreck NPCs. In fact, I can go through 2 elites with 1 magazine of 70 rounds of my Navy MP5 with no enemy armor damage. And that's just too easy. It's just too easy. I miss it. I miss the challenge. I miss the excitement. I miss the rarity of drops. I wish they would go back to that. I spoke to Hamish Abode about that on one of his streams, and even he agrees with me. So if the developers are agreeing with it, I don't know why. Well, I do know why. They're catering to the casual gamer who is frustrated, trying to get great gear. But here's the thing. This game is supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be a grind. You're not supposed to just have everything handed to you. It feels like I'm getting a participation ribbon. Thanks for showing up. Here's your ribbon. Great job. You did nothing, but here's a great build for you. You didn't have to work for it. And it kicks us all in the teeth, all of us who have played this game from day one, from the beta on, from the second this launched, and grinded, and worked, and learned, and watched videos like mine and Marco Styles and, Wids, and how to play this game better, and what stats work and what don't. It's taking all that away. So Rogue 2.0, for me, I see absolutely no reason to go Rogue. The rewards are minimal. The rewards are the same if you kill a guy on Manhunt with no risk to you whatsoever. So the Dark Zone has now lost all of its fear. There's no friendly crossfire, so you can't accidentally go rogue. You have to actually make yourself go rogue, and your team has to agree. So that's taking away the fear of dying as a rogue, even if it is accidental. I remember thinking, oh shit, I went rogue. I gotta get out of here. There's too many people. That's gone. You're safe. It's going to become just another safe farming zone. It might as well be the light zone. It's not the dark zone anymore at that point. People are just going to be in there grinding for loot, which again, what's the point in grinding for loot if everything you have gets optimized when you actually do go PvP? I don't know, guys. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, but I have some real concerns. I have a lot of concerns. Now, new exotics. I am excited about that. Anything new is exciting, thank God. I have a strong suspicion this is going to be the last update we see on this game until, I hope, Division 2. But I really don't foresee them putting any more time, effort, or money into this game because they're getting nothing back. And every time they do something, they just piss the community off even further. With that being said, the big patch that we got 2 days ago to supposedly fix the RPM glitch did not work. Not only did it not work, but now there's a skill haste glitch as well. People are still stacking stamina and firearms mods as well, armor mods, and boosting their stats. And if they get banned, they don't care. First of all, they have no balls. They ban you for 2 weeks, big deal. There's lots of other games to play. Destiny 2's out, lots of people are playing that. But how many people can they ban? I mean, if everyone is doing it. Now, I personally don't do it, just I think it's cheesy and it's boring and it takes the excitement away. I don't get any thrill out of killing another player by glitching. None at all. But some people do, and they're going to do it regardless of if they get banned or not. What else we need to talk about? No new incursions, unfortunately. I have yet still to do Stolen Signal because I just don't have the motivation, and quite honestly, I don't like an incursion that forces me to use a defense build or a shield build. It forces you to use a particular build to get through it. To me, that's not fun. There should be multiple ways to finish that incursion, and there just aren't, unfortunately, from what I understand and from what I've seen, so I haven't bothered to do it. And I don't like the incursions are terribly long with very low reward. Ninja Bike backpacks is a thorn in a lot of people's sides, including mine. Thankfully, I accidentally saved 3 of the ones I had. I don't know, 10 or 12 of them. I got rid of some really godly rolled ones because at the time I was like, these are garbage, I'm never going to use them. And I should have known better. I should have known that Massive would flip things on its head again and make it the best thing in the game, or one of the best pieces in the game. And anybody who's gotten one, please let me know, but I have yet to see or hear of a Ninja Bike backpack dropping in the Dark Zone. I have heard of a few people getting them out of weekly caches and from doing incursions, but that's it. I think that they're not even in the loot pool, quite honestly, for the Dark Zone. I don't think you can get one in there. Tell me if you got one. Tell me if I'm wrong. But, I mean, I spent a ton of time in the Dark Zone, and I have not heard of or seen anybody get one since 1.7 came out. Anyway, guys, that's some of my thoughts on what's going on with the game right now. I have great concern. Once again, I think that they're going in the wrong direction. You know, it's funny. Massive and Ubisoft, for some reason, have screwed up this game so much, and I'll show you that they've given up on it. They've hired Red Storm to try and fix their problems. They've actually hired another studio to revamp the game that they made because they cannot figure it out. And I don't know that Red Storm's doing any better, quite honestly. I get their intentions. I get that they're trying to make it better. I'm looking forward to the new area. Let's talk about gear optimization. Again, not only are you going to be min-max, but now let's say you find a piece of gear that's got just terrible armor on it, and it's, you know, it's rolled poorly, but it's got great stats. Well, guess what? Hang on to it, because with DivTech, which you will be able to get outside of the Dark Zone now, so they're basically making it so you never have to go in the Dark Zone, because DivTech will now be available in the new area, the Westside Pier area. You can take any piece and make it godly. So, once again, everyone is going to be running around with an absolutely godly min-max build, which, you know, to me takes the excitement out of the game. And then when I go PvP, well, guess what? Doesn't matter how min-max you were anyway, because now everybody is. Everything's normalized, and to me that just defeats the purpose of this game. It's very frustrating. It takes a lot of the fun away. So they've taken the excitement and the fear and the anxiety and then the hard work needed to put in to get a good build, and they've thrown it right out the window. So I don't know what more to say about it, guys. I'm going to keep playing the game because I love the game. I enjoy it, but it is truly becoming a PvE only game, and maybe that was always their focus. Maybe PvP was just an afterthought. I don't know. But the PvP that they did have is just getting thrown out the window. You know, if they wanted to ever fix the Dark Zone and checkpoint camping, we've said, me and many others have said this for a long, long time, they easily could have done that by putting huge turrets at every single checkpoint with a 100 or 200 meter radius, so that if a rogue came within 100 meters of a checkpoint, they'd get decimated. You know, there goes checkpoint camping now, no problem, right? Because they can't get close enough to camp the checkpoint. And they would be forced to stay back, run around the Dark Zone, and PvP. But no, they've taken that away. They've taken away the risk of going accidentally rogue, or they're going to take it away. So if you don't want to go rogue, you're safe. You're just farming, and that's it. And you can farm rogues.